And welcome to brain lesson number 61. Okay, it looks complicated. Don't worry. By the time we finish in the next 2 or 3 minutes, you'll understand exactly what it means. Going slowly through it. Let's start out with this part in the middle. This is the human brain. Remind ourselves what we're talking about. That's the human brain. Got two hemispheres, left hemisphere, right hemisphere, and it's got the bridge, the corpus callosum bridge, logical side of the brain, visual, IQ, EQ, logical side, people's person, visionary thinking, and that all comes here. Right, so we know what the brain is, right? Brain, and what we say about the brain is not just a brain. It is a beautiful brain. It is a prachtige brain. That is a lekker brain. That is a sacred brain. It is a sacred organ, and we love the brain. Yes, we love the brain. Why? Because we use the brain. This is the brain that has discovered the motor car. It has discovered the airplane. It has discovered the computer. It has discovered the TV. It has discovered the rocket space to Mars. And Elon Musk's brain is sending spaceships to Mars and satellites to the moon. And Bill Gates' brain has produced for us Google and social media experts. Everything is because of this brain. What a fabulous gift from the Creator Supreme. The Creator Supreme is so intelligent, so He has given us an intelligent brain. So look after the brain. It is a sacred organ. So now we're going to see how we have misunderstandings in life. So this is a very important lesson because we judge other people. We make wrong judgments. Why? Because we have wrong thoughts in our brain. People are putting our brain in a cage. When a person gives you a wrong conception about something, false information, then your behavior is based on that false information. Let us say you don't know a person, you haven't met a person. I'll give an example. Let us say you're going to a wedding. You go nicely to a wedding, you're sitting there, and the person who's sitting at the table, your friend, he looks at the other person and he starts skinnering. He say, that person, be careful. That person is a scam artist. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not true. But what's going to happen? When you're going to meet that person in real life, what are you going to say? You're going to start looking at that person scared like this. Yeah, hey, okay, hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? Because you think he's a scam artist. But did you verify it for yourself? No. But your friend put what? He put a poison in your brain. He put a poison in your brain to say that person is a thief, that person is a scam artist, or that person is a womanizer. So if you label a person wrongly, that man is a womanizer. So if you go greet that man, that woman will say, yeah, I'm not going to shake your hand. You stay away. You're a womanizer. But maybe that person is not a womanizer. So it's a scandal. You're putting a wrong information. But if we believe that information, what has happened? We have put toxins in our brain. So the lesson for this is always verify information. Yes, listen to your best friend, because your best friend will tell you the truth. So if your best friend tells you that guy is a womanizer, or that man is a scam artist, or that woman is, you stay away from her, then you listen to your friend. Right? But you must remember, many times people got a double agenda. They don't want to see good for you. They want to put false information in your brain. Why? Because then you don't go ahead in life. So please, let's take charge of your brain. So that's what this whole picture is all about. This is the brain. Okay? This is the brain, and this is something happens in your environment. This is an external stimuli. Say something happens, or you meet someone, or something happens. Now, before you decide what to do, this is your decision that you're going to make. This is your multi-track brain. So before you leave the red thing out for the timing, something happens to your environment, and you make a decision based on what's going to happen. You see a car accident, you say, okay, this is why the car accident happened. You see two people fighting, you say, okay, that's why two people are fighting. Or you're following a certain religion. You're following Christianity because your parents were Christians, or your grandparents were Christians. Or you're a Muslim because your parents are Muslim. Or you're an atheist because your parents were atheists. But this is a filter. This is a filter. This is very important. What is a filter? A filter is the wrong information we have in our brain. Information that we did not verify. The filter is a conspiracy theories. The government says, COVID vaccine, you must have a vaccine. But your friend told you, no, it's all a conspiracy. They only want to make money. So your friend has put wrong information in your brain. So how does that affect your behavior? Because your friend has put wrong information in the brain, when the government tells you to take COVID vaccines, what do? You don't take it. Why? Your action means you're not going to take it. Why? Because this filter blocks your information. So what your friend has done, or what your social, because sometimes we read social media sites, they put your brain in a cage. Why? Because you haven't verified the correct information. Then we find a lot of things happening on the internet. You find some people are saying, no, there's no such thing as cholesterol or HDLD. So you see, your doctor says go for a cholesterol test, but you read on the internet some rubbish to say, no, there's no such thing as high cholesterol, and then you don't go for a cholesterol test. So what happens to you? You don't go for a cholesterol test, you will end up with a heart attack, or your husband or your wife or your daughter or your loved one or your father or mother gets a heart attack. Why? Because you put rubbish information in your brain. So please always remember, these are the filters that affect your decision making. You'll assume that, no, maybe there's a conspiracy, no, they want our money or this or that. So please remember, always verify the information. You must examine these filters, examine that, examine your belief systems. When your teacher told you that you are stupid, why did you believe your teacher? Go back into your life, because that is a filter, a wrong filter your teacher is put into your brain. Don't assume you're stupid. Say, maybe I'm not good in something, but maybe in other things I'm good. So next time you're going to try and do something, you don't do it. Why? Because your teacher told you were stupid. So we need to examine our belief systems. Am I really stupid? Do I need vaccination? Do I need to go for blood pressure tests? Do I need to self-examine the breast? Will I get breast cancer? So all of those things, we need to remove the toxins from our brain. If we don't remove these filters is wrong information. It's rubbish information. It's made up of distortion. The news in our brain is distorted. We got wrong information. We got misinformation. Or the person, maybe you like a boyfriend, right? You're a girl, you like a boyfriend, right? But your girlfriend tells you, no, that boyfriend, stay away from me. You know why she tells you that? Because she's interested in that boyfriend. So she wants to stab you in the back. So you think that girlfriend, that friend of yours is a good friend, but no, she is after your boyfriend. So she's going to fill your head with rubbish, with wrong information about that boy, and you don't bother to verify for yourself, is that boy innocent or guilty, but you break up with that boy. The next minute, next thing what you find, your best friend has now married that boy. Who lost out? You lost out. Why? Because you allowed rubbish information to go into your brain, and then your friend put your brain in a cage, and your own best friend betrayed you. We've seen it so many times. So we have misinformation, we have prior knowledge, beliefs, stereotypes, assumptions. We make assumptions, make generalizations. So please re-examine your belief systems. Find out for yourself, is it true what is going on? And a famous example is in apartheid South Africa. I know of many of my white colleagues, doctors and scientists, during apartheid, many of the whites supported, they stood with the blacks and the Indians and the colors. They said, no, apartheid is wrong. Because as medical doctors, we say, this is all rubbish. Apartheid is wrong. There must be no racism. But many of my white colleagues, they say, you know what? We were brainwashed. The government put filters in our brain. The government told us the white is better than the black. So we believed it. The government told us that no, the white person is superior to everyone else. So we believed it. But he said, after apartheid broke down, we asked ourselves the question, how could we have been so fooled? So now they removed that filter from the brain, they removed the toxins. So now they say, you know what, someone fooled us and we will not allow it. So they gave us misinformation. The Bible, when we go to Sunday church, the Bible told us, no, there must be apartheid. At the supper table, they told us there must be apartheid. And then the government also told us there must be apartheid. When we go to church, they told us there must be apartheid, and we believed it. So the whites were also innocent victims because their parents were putting wrong information in their brain, the opas were putting wrong information. But I take off my hat, I give so much thanks to the white men to say, you know what, they realized that apartheid is wrong, and that's why we're living in a country where there's no racism. And now we have the GNU where the DA and the ANC are working together, and we pray for the best. So please remember, in life, there will always be, it can be your best friend. It can be your colleague at business, because maybe that business colleague of yours who's working in the same department will tell you something about the boss. Your boss is like this and the boss is terrible. You, meanwhile, you believe it because that person is feeding wrong information in you. You, meanwhile, by mistake, send out an email. Next minute, you lose your job. Meanwhile, your friend got a job, got a promotion. Why? Because they made you a mampara. Why? Because they put rubbish into your brain. So remember, everybody has got a double agenda. Always verify the fact for yourself. Don't listen to what your work colleague is saying. They want your job. They want the promotion. They don't want